Psych perspectives, giofvcks. Another reason why I like open relationships, polyamorous setup, like a polyamorous ideal relationship with multiple partners that everybody like agrees upon, like these are the partners in the relationship, and there's like respect, there's communication, there's honesty, there's vulnerability, there's openness, mutual, reciprocated, respected. The reason why is like, in my experience, I don't believe one person is able to be everything for me, because I know I am unable to be everything for one person. Hence why I personally believe we should have multiple people. That way we're not draining and literally expecting one person to be the end all be all, right? Where if I have multiple people, I can go to this person to laugh and talk about, jokes and humor and hee ha ha. Then I can go to this other person to talk about my deeper feelings. I just want to talk about our feelings. We just hang out, we have fun. This other person, we talk about business and have sex. Maybe I'm just one of those people where I realize, I personally recognize that people can have multiple different functions and roles and purposes in life and in each other's lives. I just don't think that I'm going to get everything from one person. And I'm very open about that. And I'm not afraid to say that. I used to be like, oh, you're being a hoe because, no. Because again, I don't sleep with everybody that I care about. You know what I mean? I don't sleep with everybody that I have a relationship with. So it's not, me just out here having sex with each and everybody, each person. No. But again, in a monogamous relationship, I would never be able to have that set up because you think I'm only supposed to be with you. And then people literally have, they'll say, oh, there's emotional cheating when a person goes and is, they have very deep emotional connections with somebody else, but they're not having sexual intercourse, they're not having sex, any of that, but people will still view that as being cheating in a monogamous relationship, where in an open relationship, in a polyamorous situation, you could have multiple people. You could have that person that you have that strong emotional concept, attachment, deeper understanding with, while still having the other person. You can't have that in a monogamous relationship. So I recognize that for myself, and I think it would be nicer, especially to cis men. Like, it's almost kind of like at this point, can be argued that most cis men are not monogamous. So I don't understand why we play these games. They don't want one person. They want multiple people. And then for cis women and women and feminine people in general, they're guilt tripped into being made to feel bad for wanting to have sex with multiple people or wanting to have sex a lot. It's like everybody's always shamed for being who the fuck they are, because we keep trying to make people be in these fake, social constructed, oppressive, toxic, dysfunctional relationships, ideologies, beliefs, and concepts that don't even work for the vast majority of us, but we keep going with the flow even though it's going against us all the time. Like, and those of us that are upfront and honest about not being monogamous need to continue to be upfront and honest. And I wish more people would get on the bandwagon and learn how to be open and upfront and honest, because like I said, it could be argued most cisgendered men are not monogamous. That's not their thing, and it shows every time you turn around. They're cheating on your ass, and there wouldn't be cheating if we weren't focused on monogamous relationships. But because that's the only model that we want to talk about, that's why we keep having, oh, he's cheating, oh, baby mama, baby daddy, Oh, she's a hoe because she likes to have sex. Oh, she's a hoe because she's talking to other dudes. Like, what in the world? You know, it's like, let people be people and accept people when they tell you, like, and what I mean by accept people, if that's not what you want, like if you're a monogamous person and you want a one-on-one relationship and the other person is telling you that they're not monogamous, you need to accept the fact that they're not monogamous and go talk to somebody that is. That's what I mean. Accept people for what the fuck they are and who they are. Kind of going back to Dr. Maya Angelou. When a person shows you who they are the first time, you need to accept that. Because a lot of times, that's another problem with monogamy and like heteronormative, cishet, all that, is the fact that everybody assumes that that's how everybody is. And that's the only like go-to model. And like instead of accepting the fact that this person doesn't want a relationship with you, you're trying to force them into one. Or you're trying to force them into your standards of a relationship. So you're monogamous, they're not, you're trying to force them into that. Then you're sitting up mad when things don't work out, when the writing was on the wall, like they didn't want what you wanted anyways. And instead of having that communication, having that open dialogue, accepting them for who they are and what they are, and moving on and going to somebody who's going to be able to meet you where you're at. No, you're trying to force people into these. And you know, I was guilty of doing that as well in the past. And now I'm just like, no. No, like this is what I like. This is who I am. And it really is take it or leave it. Like if you don't want a person who's non-monogamous, you don't want a trans person, you don't want an intersex person, you don't want a socialist, you don't want a black and proud, trans and proud, gay and proud, you know, person, then go elsewhere. Now, is it transphobic? Is it homophobic? Is it racist? Is it classist? Is it closed-minded? More than likely, yes, because the vast majority of our preferences are closed-minded and bigoted. They're literally rooted in some type of bias against another group of people. And it's superficial, and, you know, it is what it is. But people have the right to their fucking preferences. People have a right to their standards, you know, and it is what it is. Stop dating people that don't meet your standards. That's really how I look at it. Like, I'm done trying to fit into this box to make other people like me. You know, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. There's many people that we all know we wouldn't touch with a 10-foot stick. Okay? And we know that. And that is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and be upset anymore about that. Because you know what? I want to go to people that want me and vice versa. You know, the people pleasing and trying to live in these fake ass boxes that don't really work. And this is like one of the reasons why everybody's so depressed and suicidal and stressed out and mad and angry and, you know, toxic. Because you're trying to be something that you're not. So, and you're trying to live up to stuff that doesn't even, they're all social constructions. Shit's not really real. It's just that we make it real as people, as individuals. But that's that video. Let me know what you think. What are your standards? What are your relationship goals? What are your preferences? Like, what is it? You feel me? What do you want for you? And, you know, the people that you engage with, you know? But I'm out.